how the Democrats' path to 2026 victory goes through decentralized crypto. The current draft of the Genius Act elevates centralized entities in overseeing stablecoins. Democrats should take the right stand against it, says Hermine Wong. The latest Crypto in Congress news is all about the Senate Democrats getting cold feet on the stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, the same bill they voted for just 2 months ago. Why the flip-flop? Because they don't like Trump and they think the bill will help him profit. Why the Democrats keep hitting replay on this losing message is beyond me. Hating on Trump does not win elections. Just refer to the electoral bloodbath of 2024. But here's the kicker. Crypto isn't the threat, it's the opportunity. If Democrats dropped their losing soundbites long enough to really learn crypto, they wouldn't just write better policy, they'd rewrite their political future in 2026. In 2024, Democrats lost a generation. Young men who had historically leaned in hard for Democrats fled. In just 4 years, young men went from backing Biden to giving Trump a 30-point swing, flipping hard against the very candidate they once rejected. While there's plenty of soul-searching to be done about why, one answer is hiding in plain sight. Crypto. Yes, crypto. And despite big crypto's talking points, it's not because young male voters are single-issue crypto voters. They're not. It's because crypto, like other emerging technologies of the past, reflects generational and gender divides that mirror the trends we're seeing among young male voters. According to a Pew Research Center survey, 41% of young men have used crypto. This is orders of magnitude greater than young women, 16%, and people over 50, 8%. So even if that young male voter isn't holding crypto himself, 42% of his peer group is. It's in his social media feeds, his podcast rotations, his group chats. And right now, he's hearing only one side of the story, because Democrats have refused to learn the tech. It's important to remember that these young men aren't all online crypto scammers. They are the same ones who overwhelmingly share democratic values such as basic health insurance is a right, and the government should spend more to reduce poverty. The Democrats can keep calling crypto a criminal enterprise over and over, but it doesn't make it one. The only effective thing it does is tell all young men that the Dems want to cancel them. And we've seen how young men have punished them for it at the voting booth. Let's say the quiet part out loud. The crypto natives don't want to see Trump as the face of this community. He and his family are promoting the same kind of rug pull projects that the crypto community has spent years battling. So why did young men vote for him? Because even with the grifting, he isn't completely ignoring them or worse, pretending they're something they're not. Go to any crypto meetup or conference and you'll know that the builders aren't about hype tokens or centralized projects propped up only by endorsements. Crypto is about giving people control of their money, their data, and their digital identity. The ethos is grounded in the earned distrust of centralized institutions, Wall Street, big tech, and the federal government, most recently proven by the speed of Doge's access to all of our data. The community's oft-quoted mantras prove the point. Don't trust. Verify. Not your keys, not your coins. If you don't know where the yield comes from, you are the yield. These are not the vibes of blind allegiance. The crypto community was born out of the 2008 financial crisis, when banks collapsed under their own misconduct and taxpayers footed the bill. Embedded within Bitcoin's Genesis block is the hard-coded reminder. The Times 03/Jan/2009 Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. The Democrats' insistence of conflating that community with Trump's opportunism is lazy. The obvious consequence has been to push away the very voters they desperately need. Sure, some politicians may be a little scared of the campaign money involved. Crypto PACs have raised over $260 million, making crypto the 6th largest super PAC, dwarfing any other industry-supported super PAC. All the others are related to a particular party or candidate, but those donations came from just 50 individuals. That's not a movement. It's a small elevator lobby. Meanwhile, there's a whole voter base of millions of young men who turn to crypto because of their mistrust of Wall Street and big tech. The same mistrust Democrats share of those same centralized entities. Democrats don't have to embrace hype coins or endorse bad legislation. In fact, they shouldn't. But they do need to actually learn to embrace the core values of the builders in the crypto community. Individual digital ownership and decentralization. Democrats also need to start demonstrating this now. They can't risk another cycle without bringing young men back under the tent. One cycle can be a blip, but 2 cycles in a row becomes a habit, and habits are hard to break. The Genius Act is actually the perfect opportunity for the Democrats to show that they're a party that is more interested in voters than soundbites against Trump. The current draft is 57 pages of legislative jargon to elevate the roles of centralized entities in overseeing stablecoins. No surprise. Remember those 50 individuals who raised $260 million for the crypto super PAC. They'll definitely benefit from an increased reliance on their intermediation. But embedded in the draft legislation is a small definition that is doing a lot of work, and that's the definition of distributed ledger. Instead of hating on Trump, the Democrats could band together to say that the definition doesn't require decentralization or network security, and until that happens, they can't advance a stablecoin bill that only promotes fee-taking central intermediaries. Now that could be the beginning of a real sea change. The Democrats wouldn't even need to mention Trump. The reality would be that none of the Trump family crypto projects would survive a definition that required true decentralization. So here's the real question. Do Democrats want to keep losing elections just to avoid learning new tech? Or are they finally ready to act like a party that wants to win votes again? Hermine Wong, a lecturer at Berkeley Law, advises founders, VCs, boards, and executives in the emerging tech industry. Before establishing her own practice, she built and led the policy team at the first publicly listed U.S. crypto exchange. She also spent a decade in public service at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, OIRA, the Office of Management and Budget, the U.S. State Department, and the Pentagon. She has briefed members of Congress, the White House, regulatory bodies at the state, federal, and international levels, as well as intergovernmental bodies. She is a TV commentator and has been quoted in publications such as The Wall Street Journal, Reuters, Forbes Incorporated, and The Verge. She holds a JD from the University of Michigan Law School and BAs in French and Political Science from the University of California, Berkeley.